Now the gentleman there just over Robertson's left shoulder was Brian from Australia. He's come all the way here to see this tournament and indeed next week's as well. That's a snooker fan for you.
I think what all these tournaments coming week after week, it's sometimes hard for the top players to get themselves up for the first round. I'm sure Neil's still here come the end of the week. It'll be really, bang up for it, fully focused. But as he said, he's just going to come out and play attacking snooker and presume that he's going to keep the same form. I wouldn't bet against it.
Well, as we've repeatedly said, we're here at Cheltenham Racecourse, and of course, when it comes to horses, they don't want to be over-raced, over-trained. You need to get them to peak at the right time, and it's very difficult to peak at exactly the right time all the time for snooker players. With this very hectic schedule everyone's got these days, you do see peaks and troughs in form, and Michael Holt will be hoping to exploit maybe a little bit of fatigue, mental fatigue from Robertson. We'll see.
What? Nice crisp pot. Always fills you with confidence to get the first pot in. But yeah, going back to subject of playing tournaments week after week. I remember back in the day, you'd have maybe a month in between tournaments, and it gives you a chance to get excited about playing another tournament. You'd be weeks practicing, but now you basically finish one on a Sunday night and have to play again Monday or Tuesday. So it doesn't really give you the chance to really get up for it. And that's what I mean. Neil Robertson, Lysa Neal, Judd Trump, they'll be most vulnerable in these early two rounds.
Hey.
Talented player, Michael Holt.
Michael Holt.
If anything's held him back in his career, it's been his temperament. I think he admits that. Where's his heart on his sleeve? He'll know exactly what he's feeling today in the match by his expressions.
Head-to-head wise, 7-3 to Robertson, but one of Holt's victories came on a very big stage, in fact the biggest. He beat Robertson 10-6 in the first round of the World Championship in 2016, making breaks in that match of 140 and 115. We know he's capable.
Cross double to the right middle pocket with safety in mind.
1.
If you're doubtful about Holt's credentials, bear this in mind. He's beaten Ronnie O'Sullivan 4 times, including at the corresponding stage of this tournament, 4-3, 4 years ago. Of course, Robertson's the favourite, and rightfully so, but he's by no means a certainty.
Five. Michael Holt, 5.
Well, he threw the whole body at that one, Stephen. It was nowhere near, and he's left it on.
Yeah, the shot Michael played to someone like Neil Robertson or Judd Trump, it wouldn't be a problem staying down in the shot and getting that cue power, but not everyone is blessed with that in the game. Now is he going into the bunch? There's a red beside the pink that goes. He's chosen to play for that one first. It's a big target. I thought he might have been tempted to play into the reds there.
4. Five.
Don't know what kind of angle he's got in the pink to left corner, if he can follow through and disturb the reds. Perhaps it's too straight for that. He's had a look to see if there's anything available to the right corner.
Twelve. 13.
Great feeling to have as a snooker player when you're full of confidence. You know you're playing well.
20.
You're on a run of excellent form. Every time you come to the table, these kind of opportunities, all you think about, all you see is, how can I win the frame at this visit?
$21.
While reaching the final in Berlin at the weekend, as he plays a little bit
28.
short of where he wanted to be. Robertson moved up to world number 2. A ways behind Judd Trump at the moment, but you know he could make up the gap eventually. He's playing beautiful snooker, knocking in a lot of pressure balls, and
29.
he's got another test here. One more pot and the frame is very much at his mercy.
$35. $36.
You've been there, Stephen, when you get into a patch of form
40.
where, when you get a chance, you're genuinely surprised if you don't make a big number from it. And that, I think, is where we find Robertson right now. Every time he gets an opportunity, he seems to exploit it.
41.
Yeah, it's a complete opposite to the first match. Ding Junhui, who's obviously one of the best players in the world, whenever he got in with a chance, he seemed to find problems everywhere. Whereas Neil Robertson just picked off 3 or 4 loose reds, finished deliberately low on that red below the pack, opened the reds up, and it's just
48.
it's just made it look easy. Very intimidating for his opponent.
$49.
Robertson, in that pre-match interview with me, was saying,
56.
I'm going to be quick, I'm going to be attacking,
57.
but he won't be slapdash. You know his concentration will be good. Don't be fooled. He wants to win this.
Yeah, and he'll want to win it quick as well. If he is feeling any
64.
strain through all the travelling, all the playing, he wants to get this over as quickly as possible and get as much rest before his next match. But he did mention as well to you, Phil, it was going to be something like a practice session, and this
70.
break has had the air of a practice session about it. The way he's just floated around the table.
71. 78.
The last match showed you how difficult snooker can be. This first frame with Neil Robertson has showed you how easy the top players can make it look.
And he likes to make a century or two, Neil Robertson, so he'll be mildly annoyed about that, but the damage was well and truly done before the red was missed. A break of 78, Robertson 1, Holt 0.